So the Steelers lost to the Browns 13-10. Knew it was going to be an ugly game. The over-under was 34 points. And I kind of thought that, barring like a defensive touchdown or a special teams touchdown, like one of my buddies pointed out, there's no way in hell this game was going to get to 34 points. It was going to be like an Iowa game. Well, it ended up being 23 total points. So if you would have bet on that game, if you would have bet the under, you would have easily won. So the Browns went 13-10, field goal with a couple seconds left. You know, both teams are very similar. They win ugly. They grind it out. You knew it was going to be a sloppy, not sloppy game as far as turnovers per se, but just wasn't going to be pretty football, and that's exactly what it was. But man, Kenny Pickett, 106 passing yards. Like, are you freaking kidding me? And that's the thing with the Steelers drafted Pickett. It felt like a very Browns move. You know, we've seen the Browns draft Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield, and they felt like very emotional, kind of irrational type moves. And with Kenny Pickett, it's like, oh, you know, he played at Pitt and he had that great senior year, and he's played on this field for the last 5 years, and it just felt like it was like a forced draft pick by the Steelers, and the Steelers don't usually do stuff like that. They obviously should have forced Ben Roethlisberger's hand and, you know, basically tried to make him retire a couple years sooner, or basically move on from him a couple years prior to when he actually retired, because 2022 draft wasn't a very good draft. And then you overdraft Kenny Pickett, and he's just not getting any better. I mean, we can talk all we want about Matt Canada not being a very good offensive coordinator, but Kenny Pickett's not getting any better. You can see it every single week. And we've got nothing else at quarterback, obviously. Our offense isn't going to get any better until the offseason, when we, you know, Matt Canada his contract will expire, and presumably we're going to finally get rid of his ass. You know, Jaylen Warren has looked so good. Najee Harris is still whatever. Jaylen Warren should obviously be getting more carries, but Kenny Pickett barely throwing for 100 yards. I mean, come on. What the hell are we doing? And, you know, the Browns, I mean, I said, you know, in my video this morning, I think Stefanski's a good coach, but I thought the second half he was kind of coaching scared a little bit. Like, he was playing not to lose. You know, Charles Davis on the telecast the entire time was saying, you know, they got to let Dorian Thompson-Robinson throw down the field. They didn't do that, and so they were very lucky that they were able to do just enough to get the win there, but they almost blew it. It was playing into Pittsburgh's hands, so they're going to have to be more aggressive, you know, with Robinson going forward, DTR. Yeah, USC fan, so obviously I saw him play at UCLA a lot, and he's a good quarterback. You know, we'll see what kind of career he has, but yeah, I don't know. They're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive in future games. They can get away with doing this against the Steelers, but they're not going to be able to keep winning this way. Pittsburgh, obviously, all their wins were come from behind wins, all 6 of them, and this could have been 7. Got the ball back with just inside of 2 minutes left. They have a 14-second drive, 3 incompletions. Give the Browns ball back with 1:28, and 2 timeouts left. You can't expect the defense to just keep making stops. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And, you know, you play the Bengals next week, and it's like, well, on paper, it's like, well, they got a backup quarterback. The Bengals are done. It's like, well, I wouldn't be so sure that the Steelers are going to win that game. So, yeah. And then Houston won today. Houston has a tiebreaker over the Steelers. They're both 6-4 now. So, it's hard to keep looking like shit every week and win. And this is the one game we thought they would win because the Browns have a rookie backup quarterback playing, but the Steelers have no offense whatsoever. It's just pathetic. It's hard to watch. It's been a long season, and it's going to continue to be a long season. It's 7 more freaking games left. Injuries are the only thing that are saving the Steelers, but even that's only going to take them so far. 10 friggin'. And the Browns have a hell of a defense, but still 10 friggin' points. Come on. The hell are you doing, Tomlin? The hell are you doing in Canada? Like, come on. Jesus. Anyways, congratulations to the Browns, but man, the friggin' Steelers, they just shit the bed.